Good morning, morning group. Good afternoon, afternoon group. And I have a story for you today. And I know this is one of your favourite stories. It's The Tiger Who Came to Tea. Oh, look, there we can see the little girl. Can you remember what her name is? And she's sitting on the tiger's back. We'll find out in a minute what her name is, but see if you can remember before I get to that part of the story. And here it tells us this story is called The Tiger Who Came to Tea. And it was written and illustrated. That means that the pictures were drawn by Judith Kerr. So Judith Kerr wrote this story and she drew the pictures as well. Once there was a little girl called Sophie, and she was having tea with her mammy in the kitchen when suddenly there was a ring at the door. Who do you think it was? Well, Sophie and her mammy were wondering. Sophie's mammy said, "I wonder who that can be. It can't be the milkman because he already came this morning. And it can't be the boy from the grocer's because this isn't the day that he comes. And it can't be Daddy because he has got his key. We'd better open the door and see." Sophie opened the door, and there was a big, furry, stripy tiger. The tiger said, "Excuse me, but I'm very hungry. Do you think I could have tea with you?" Sophie's mammy said, "Of course, come in." So the tiger came into the kitchen and sat down at the table. Look at him sitting up on the table there, and his tail is curling under the table and up to the top of the table. I wonder, can he pick up things with his tail? We'll have to wait and see. Sophie's mammy said, "Would you like a sandwich?" But the tiger didn't take just one sandwich. He took all of the sandwiches on the plate and he swallowed them all in one big mouthful. And he still looked hungry. So Sophie passed him the buns. And what do you think he did? That's right. Again, the tiger didn't eat just one bun. He ate all of the buns on the dish. Then he ate all the biscuits, all of the cake, until there was nothing left to eat on the table. Sophie's mammy said, "Would you like a drink?" And the tiger drank all of the milk in the milk jug and all of the tea in the teapot. My goodness me. Then he looked around the kitchen to see what else he could find. Where do you think he might look? Can you remember some of the places in the kitchen that he looked? He looked at the cooker and he ate all of the supper that was cooking in the saucepans. He ate all of the food that was in the fridge. And all of the packets in the cupboard. He drank all of the milk, all of the orange juice, and all of Daddy's beer. And then he drank all of the water that was in the tap. He must have been very thirsty, mustn't he? Then he said, "Thank you for my nice tea. I think I'd better go now." And he went. Sophie's mammy said, "I don't know what to do. I've got nothing for Daddy's supper. The tiger has eaten it all." He left a bit of a mess behind as well, didn't he? And Sophie found that she couldn't have her bath because the tiger had drunk all of the water in the tap. Just then Sophie's daddy came home. So Sophie and her mammy told him what had happened, how the tiger had eaten all the food and drunk all the drink. And Sophie's daddy said, I know what we'll do. I've got a very good idea. We'll all put on our coats and go to a cafe. So they went out in the dark, and all the street lamps were lit, and all the cars had their lights on, and they walked down the road to a cafe. And they had a lovely supper with sausages and chips and ice cream. And in the morning, Sophie and her mammy went shopping, and they bought lots more things to eat. And they also bought a big tin of tiger food. See there, just in case the tiger should come to tea again. But he never did. Can you see those words coming out of the trumpet that he's blowing? It says, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And we have to say goodbye as well, because that is the end of the story. And I hope you enjoyed that story of the tiger who came to tea.